All right. The first subject I wanted to get into is once again DeShaun Watson. Now, the other night I did a story on how Kyle Brandt of NFL Network's Good Morning Football recently on his show, along with his co-host, said that the Browns were too hard to talk about and too hard to hype up due to the fact Deshaun Watson is their quarterback. And the allegations that he was accused of. Now, we all know while he was a member of the Houston Texans, 30 women accused him of sexual assault, sexual misconduct, excuse me. Also, he was not indicted by two Texas grand juries. All the women filed civil suits against him. He settled majority of them except for two. Those are pending, pending trial. Also, last year he was traded to the Cleveland Browns, and after they traded for him, they gave him the richest contract in history at the time of $230 million fully guaranteed. He served this 11-game suspension last year. He only played 6 games for the Browns, but now he's back and he's about to start his first full season with the Cleveland Browns. Now, a lot of people, to me, especially the national media, they're judging Deshaun Watson judging him as a QB based on the person. They're not separating the man from his profession like they've done with other players. There have been multiple players involved in scandals. Michael Irvin, back in the day, he was accused of stabbing his own barber, but everybody still separated that from the great wide receiver he was. Nobody ever judged. I mean, a lot of people didn't judge Michael Irvin as a player based on that allegation. We all know Ray Lewis was involved in a murder. Nobody, judged him as a player based on that case. Same with Ben Roethlisberger being accused of rape by two women. No one judged him as a quarterback based on those allegations. So why all of a sudden it is that way with Deshaun Watson? Now, however you may feel about his off the field, situations, but judge him as a quarterback, don't try to make the person in the quarterback all one thing, because they're not. Because if you can separate other players from whatever accusations they have, you can do it with Deshaun Watson. And like I said, a lot of it, whether it's Kyle Brandt, Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Molly Karam, etc., a lot of these people have judged Deshaun Watson based on the allegations. They're not judging him as a quarterback. They're letting their personal opinions and their feelings cloud their judgments of him as a quarterback. Now, yes, he had his issues in the last 6 games due to the fact that he was rusty. He hadn't played in 2 years. And also, he had no chemistry with his teammates because due to the suspension, he couldn't practice with them. I'm not making excuses. That's just the reality. And it's just a lot of these national analysts, they're not being fair. They are being totally biased. And they're letting their biases just cloud their judgment on how they see him as a quarterback. Now, look, I know people say, well, the quarterback is the face of the team. Okay, then, like I said, did you have that issue with Ben Roethlisberger with his allegations back in the day? And don't give me that excuse, well, social media wasn't around back then. Look, the internet was still around back then when he was accused. We still had the 24 news cycle. That ain't changed. Yeah, we may have more outlets now to vent how we feel and also get the news quicker. But still, it ain't like it's not like the 90s where we just had to sit around, watch TV, and wait for the news. The news was still coming around through the internet. Also, we still had our 24 news cycle, so dismiss me with that. But yeah, it's just a lot of personal bias with the national media. They're judging DeShaun Watson as a quarterback based on the person and also it's just like they just root for him to fail. They want him to fail. Due to the allegations and the bad karma. They are definitely rooting for that brother to fail. Dan Patrick, you definitely know he's rooting for DeShaun Watson to fail because he's a big Bengals fan. He's from the Cincinnati area. Same with Rick Bucher. And if they say they're not rooting for DeShaun Watson to fail, then I got a bridge and a few empty lots to sell you. But yeah, like I said, you can have your personal feelings about DeShaun Watson and the allegations, whether you feel he did it or didn't do it. But when it comes to sports, you're supposed to be fair and balanced. You're supposed to put your personal opinions and personal feelings aside and analyze that man as a player, not what he does off the field. Now, okay, was it a little bit off kilter? Yeah, but it's not criminal. 2 grand juries didn't indict him. And also, a lot of these folks keep on bringing it up because they think they have to keep on bringing it up. No, you don't. We've been talking about it for over a year. What's the point? We know the information is out there. Unless there's any new allegations, then what's the point of keep on talking about it? You're beating a dead horse. It's just time to move on. And also, another reason they're really going hard at DeShaun Watson, especially the NFL Network, because they're doing the owners' bidding for them. When I said it again Monday night on my previous show, when DeShaun Watson and the Browns agreed to that deal, all the NFL owners were very upset at Jimmy and Dee Haslam for giving him that deal because it set a new precedent that now they're going to have to pay their quarterbacks either the same type of money or similar type of money. It's almost like the Browns went against the family, broke an unwritten code, and now amongst the other 31 owners, the Browns are public enemy. Well, the Browns and the Haslams are public enemy number one due to the fact that they gave them that contract. So they definitely need their mouthpieces in the media to be the voice for them for how they feel. That's another reason why they're so against DeShaun Watson. It's not about the allegations, it's not about the women, it's about money. And if you think it's anything else than that, then you believe in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, and the Easter Bunny.
Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUs.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.